Hi, this is Ashley Frolke, and I am reporting here with no one but my cat, my pictures of my beautiful girl, and this is my timeline of notes. Today, for video journal number 2, I will be reporting on a digital news publication that is entitled Supreme Court Rejects Death Row Appeal Backed by Penn and Teller. It was reported on June 15th, 2026. This is a mainstream news publication designed to attract large audiences. This focuses on Supreme Court rejecting an appeal to death row inmate Charles Flores for the crime that he committed in 1999. The filed appeal was focused on the reliability of evidence and the eyewitness testimonies that were proposed by the use of hypnosis. Why hypnosis? This argues that the hypnosis influences the memory. Therefore, the questions are brought. The analysis, I believe, is that it brings on the answers to questions such as what counts as reliable evidence? This is authenticity, trustworthiness, admissibility. This evidence can be documented evidence, physical evidence, testimonial, or digital evidence that is being questioned by the new sciences that is being made and found in helping with ending cases within the judicial system. Also, this can raise the question of whether or not I believe it should play a role in the science, new science should play a role in whether cold cases are opened or not. And I do believe that. I do believe that we have advanced much in the technology and digital world as far as being able to test DNA. And I do believe a lot of cases were closed, being able to test the DNA and find a name for it. I mean, even being able to go into family trees and test the DNA against family trees and finding someone just related in the family is very advanced. So what cases do I believe should be opened? I know there's a lot of tension due to media that the high profile cases will probably be the cases that are reopened, although I do believe the cases such as small as just having one hair and DNA have closed cases due to inability to test that DNA. I do believe those insignificant cases as well should be looked at and put to rest for family closure. I hate that word. That one too. Bias reflection. So the digital news competes for attention. There has to be something that reaches out to the audience, not just being a large mainstream publication. Yes, it is USA Today, but there's a lot of people actually that report on these things, even independents, that I do believe they need to put something in there, especially the title, I think, that grabs people, grabs attention. I believe their way of doing it is putting Penn and Teller, the magician's name, in the title. When I first read this title, I actually was thinking that Penn and Teller had an appeal rejected, something about in death row or something. I had to read the article to really understand what they were talking about, and then that it was just Penn and Teller were backing the Charles Flores inmate. Being a large publication, they definitely have to include the things that strongly are emphasized or the things that are left out. This article did seem to be a lot about Penn and Teller and the way they felt about the case and things like that. The last 3 paragraphs were about the case and details about the case and a little bit to do with the new science. I believe they could have talked a little bit more about what new science this is that Mr. Flores, is relying upon, and also a little bit more about the hypnosis process and how that is performed to get the information. The mass communication does more than report evidence, for sure. It shapes how audiences understand justice and social issues through choices made in how info is presented. Like I said, I did have a misunderstanding of the article in the beginning. And so I believe they, of course, straightened that out. But I believe, like I said, there was definitely more areas they could have focused on to give us more context as far as the rejection to the appeal, not that just Penn and Teller was backing Mr. Flores. What are they backing? I'm kind of unclear. So that's my spiel. Thanks.